Good evening, everyone, and a very hearty welcome to all of you to Aurora online classes. Dear students, once again I am back, and I am back with a new lesson for you. Here is a poem for you, and the name of the poem is A Legend of the Northland from Beehive, and this is by Phoebe Carey. Now, in this poem, actually, it's a ballad, and when we talk about a ballad, in fact, a ballad is a song narrating a story in short stanzas. So, in this poem, there is a story, and this story is very old, and such an old story is called a ballad, which is sung or which is told or which is narrated in form of a poem or in form of a song. So the whole poem tells us the story about Saint Peter and an old lady. Dear students, actually we should not be selfish, we should not be greedy, we should be charitable, we should help others in their need. If we are selfish, we cannot enjoy the true happiness of our life. If we are greedy and selfish, we cannot enjoy the bliss of our life. We shall suffer from pains and suffering. So in this poem, let us talk about a selfish and a greedy lady, and what happens to this lady. What does Saint Peter do with this lady? As the very poem suggests, that a legend of the Northland, when we talk about a legend is an old traditional story. So it's an old traditional story, and this story is a folk story which is narrated in the Northland. When we talk about Northland is an area, it's a region of the earth near the North Pole. So it's a polar region. The polar region near the North Pole is called Northland. So when you look at the map of the North Pole, you will find that such an area which is close to the North Pole, which is near the North Pole, is Greenland, also Alaska, and some parts of Russia also. So these areas are a part of the North Pole. These areas are close to the North Pole. So a specific place of the area of the earth near the North Pole is not mentioned here, but North land means the area of the earth near North Pole, and North Pole, you know, it is extremely cold, so it's a cold region, and there is winter all around, and there is a snow all around. Actually, the land is covered with a snow throughout the year. Let us talk about it. So it's a legend, it's an old traditional story. Away in the Northland, where the hours of the day are few and the nights are so long in winter that they cannot sleep them through. Away in the Northland. Northland is away from all of us. It is near the North Pole. This Northland is the area of the earth near the North Pole, and this area is extremely cold it is a snow covered, and it remains a snow covered throughout the year. And duration of the day are very short, and the duration of the nights are very long. It generally happens in the polar region. So Northland is a polar region. It is near the North Pole, and where the hours of the day hours means where in Northland, because it is near the North Pole, that is why the duration of the day is very short, whereas the duration of the night is very long. So days are very short and the nights are very long. The nights are so long in winter that they cannot sleep them through. The nights are so long in the Northland, people can't sleep there. What does it mean? It means that the nights are so long that even if they, means the people of Northland, even if they wake up, so they cannot sleep for a long time. The nights are so long that even if they wake up, they do not find that the days are there. So it means that they cannot sleep them through. The nights are so long that even if the people wake up, then they will have to go to bed once again, and they will have to sleep. So this is the meaning that they cannot sleep them through. So it is clear from the first stanza of this ballad that in Northland, since it is a snow covered area, it remains a snow covered throughout the year. It is extremely cold region. It is an extremely cold area. The duration of the days is short, whereas the duration of the night is very long. Now, second stanza, where they harness the swift reindeer to the sledges when it snows, and the children look like bears' cubs in their funny, furry clothes. They harness, the people of Northland, since it's a snow-covered area, and actually there is a white blanket of snow, white blanket of ice all around. So the people of Northland harness means they tie the reindeer. Reindeer is an animal which is found in the Northland, which is found in the snow covered area, which is found in the cold region, Northland. This is found reindeer. So reindeer is found in the Northland. It is found in the cold region. So what do the people do? The people tie the reindeer to the sledges. Sledges means it's a cart. It is a cart which runs on the snow. It is a cart which moves on the snow. So they are sledges. So these reindeer are tied to the sledges, and sledge is a cart, and these reindeer, since they are tied to, you may have seen oxen and buffaloes tied to the yoke. That is why in the very similar way, in the same way, the reindeer are also tied with the help of ropes to the sledges, and sledge is a cart, and then the reindeer start pulling the cart on the snow covered area. They move the cart, they pull the cart on the snow covered area, on the snow or on the ice kept area. So the people tie reindeer It's an animal. Reindeer is an animal found in the cold region. To the sledges, and sledges means cart. When it snows means when there is a snow falling. Actually, throughout the night and throughout the year there is a snow falling in Northland, extremely cold. And the children look like bear's cub, and since the children look like bear's cub, they look like the young ones of the cubs, भालू के बच्चों की तरह. They put on funny furry coats. They put on furry and these furry cloths to protect themselves, to save themselves from winter. So they look like bear's cub. Cub means the young one of bear. The young one of bear is called cub. So bear's cub, भालुओं के बच्चों की तरह. So even the cub is also the young one of a lion. And they put on furry cloths to protect themselves, means the children look like, means the children look like the bear's cub, and they put on furry cloths to protect themselves from winter. Stanza 3. They tell them a curious story. I don't believe it's true, and yet you may learn a lesson if I tell the tale to you. They tell means the people, parents, elders. So actually elders, bade log. So elders means the parents, maybe grandfather, grandmother, all the elders I am saying. So actually the elders tell a curious story, a strange and interesting story to their children. Means the elders tell a very interesting and a strange story to their children. I don't believe it's true. The poet says that she does not believe that it's true. The poet says, I don't believe it's true. The poet says, she does not believe it is true. The story is true, she does not believe. But she says one thing, that yet you may learn a lesson. She says that you may learn a lesson. This story gives us a lesson. So what kind of story do the elders of Northland tell their children? It is clearly mentioned here that the elders of Northland tell their children a very interesting and a strange story. And moreover, the poet says that she does not believe that story. She does not believe that this story is true. But this story gives us a lesson. If I tell the tale, T-A-L-E, tale means a story. This story gives us a lesson. Let us talk about it. Once when the good Saint Peter lived in the world below and walked about it preaching just as he did, you know. Once the good Saint Peter was a very great saint, and he was the apostle of Jesus Christ. Apostle means follower, or apostle means believer, or apostle means disciple also. Shishya, yeah, you can call him Shishya, disciple or follower. So he was the follower of Jesus Christ, and he was a saint. And being a saint, he was always working for humanity. It was his work to preach the people. He used to tell the people about God. He used to give them a religious talk. So actually he lived lonely, and he used to travel around the world in order to preach the people, in order to give a religious talk or a spiritual talk about God, about Jesus Christ to the people. He was a saint, and being a saint, he was a true person, and saints are believed to close to God. So lived in this world below and walked about it preaching. What was his work? His work was to preach. He used to preach. Preach means to give a religious talk, उपदेश देना. He was a great saint. He was a preacher. He used to preach about God, about Jesus Christ to the people. So he was a preacher. He used to preach about God, about soul, about good work to the people. Just as he did, you know. The poet says, you all know, being a saint, his work was to preach about God. ईश्वर के विषय में उपदेश देते थे. He came to, so what happened with Saint Peter? He came to the door of a cottage in traveling round the earth, where a little woman was making cakes and baking them on the hearth. One saint, he used to travel around the world. So while traveling, once Saint Peter came to the door of a cottage, and in that cottage a little woman was making cakes. A little woman was making cakes and she was living lonely in that cottage. So Saint Peter came to her cottage and baking them on the hearth. Hearth means fireplace. Hearth means fireplace. So a little woman was making cakes and she was baking, means cooking. She was baking the cakes on the hearth. On the hearth means on the fireplace. So she was baking cakes. And being faint with fasting, for the day was almost done, he asked her from her store of cakes to give him a single one. Since he was traveling around the world, he was very tired and exhausted. He was feeling very faint. Faint means weak, kamjor. So he was feeling very weak, and since he had not eaten anything, so he was hungry. So Saint Peter came to the door of a little woman. The woman was baking cakes, and Saint Peter was feeling very hungry and tired. He was feeling very weak. So he wanted a single cake from that woman who was making cakes. So he wanted a single cake, one piece cake from that woman. So she made a very little cake, but as it baking lay, she looked at it and thought it seemed too large to give away. Actually, she did not give any cake from her store. She had already made so many cakes and she had kept them in a store, and now she was making a cake for Saint Peter. But this woman was very miser, बहुत कंजूस. So she was very miser, means miserly, and she was very greedy, lalchi. So she was very miserly. She was a miser woman, very greedy and selfish. So actually now she was making a fresh cake for Saint Peter. She made a very little cake. She made a very small cake for Saint Peter. And as it was baking, when she was baking the cake, when she was putting the cake to bake, she found that even that cake was very small. She was making a very small cake, and even though the cake was very small, and when it looked at, means when the woman looked at the cake which she was making, she thought that this cake is too large, too big. So she looked at it and thought it seemed too large to give away. Isn't it? The cake was very small. She was making a very small cake. So she was so conjuice, miserly and greedy, that she did not want to share it with Saint Peter. Means she did not want to give this cake to Saint Peter. She thought that, oh, the cake is very big, and how can I give such a big cake to this Saint Peter? Then what happened? Therefore she needed another. and still a smaller one, but it looked when she turned it over as large as the first had done. Actually, now she kneaded. Kneaded means to make dough from flour. Kneaded means knead, K-N-E-A-D. Knead means to make dough from flour, D-O-U-G-H, dough from flour. To make dough from flour, atta gutna. So she made this time round. At first she thought that this was very big, though it was not a big cake she was making. And then she took a smaller one, a smaller roll of flour, and then again she looked at this smaller one, and then she found that, oh, this smaller one is also as bigger as the first one. So what does it show from? What does it show about that old woman? The little woman. The little woman was very miser. She didn't want to share it with Saint Peter. She didn't want to give it to Saint Peter. So it also looked big for her. And then she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled it flat and baked it thin as a wafer, but she couldn't part with that. Then what did she do? She thought both the roll of the dough were very big, but they were not big. So she took a very tiny, very small piece of dough, isn't it? And she started rolling, as you may have seen your mothers rolling chapati or rolling bread like this. So she took a very small piece of dough, and then she started rolling it to make. She kept on rolling and rolling to make it flat. So she kept on rolling and rolling to make it a flat like a chapati, and baked it thin as a wafer. It was very thin. It was very thin, just like a wafer. But she couldn't part with that. She couldn't part with, means she didn't want to give it that to Saint Peter. And you know, Saint Peter was a great man. He was working for humanity. He was a good preacher. He used to tell the people about God, about Jesus Christ. He was a religious man. He was a saint. So being a saint, he was a religious man. He was a great man. He was a pure man. And he was very tired. He was very hungry. He was feeling weak. He was waiting for the cake, and she was making, and she was so miser. This little woman was so miser. She did not want to part with that cake. Means she did not want to give it to Saint Peter. So, dear students, for she said, my cakes that seem too small when I eat of them myself. And what does she say? She says that when I eat, means when I use cake for myself, it is too small, are yet too large to give away. So she put them on the shelf. She says that when she eat those cakes for herself, when she used the cake for herself, these cakes appear to be very small. But when she has to give the same cake to others, this cake appears to be very big. This cake appears to be very large. This shows that this lady was so miser, so selfish, so greedy, that she did not want to give this cake to Saint Peter. So such a woman is not fit for this world. Such a woman doesn't deserve to live in this world, because she doesn't have any human value. She is not a kind-hearted man. She is not a kind-hearted woman. She is very greedy, very selfish, and very miserly too. But on the other hand, Saint Peter is a kind-hearted man. Saint Peter is a kind-hearted man. He is a religious man. He is a preacher. He was feeling hungry. He was waiting for the cake. So, dear students, that's all for today, and I'll teach you the rest of the things in my next class. Thank you very much. Till then, be blessed. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep working. Thank you very much.